We open with team coverage of a breaking situation. A Webster Groves officer has been shot. Right now, the officer is at a BJC hospital. This all began developing at 8:30 tonight on Interstate 44 in Webster Groves. The officer was shot on the highway near Elm. Alexis Zotos is live tonight digging for details. Alexis?
Steve, right now we are at the off-ramp of Elm and 44. The shooting scene happened just up the way. You can see up on the highway there. We just got word that the officer, as you've mentioned, is at the hospital. The Webster Groves mayor is confirming to us that it was one of their officers that was shot here on the interstate. I asked about the condition or the whereabouts of the shooter. That information is not being provided right now, but we want to get you straight to some video that we were able to shoot of the interstate as we were closer to the highway. This was before they expanded the crime scene outward. You can see a Webster Groves police car on that highway, as well as other vehicles. Investigators were searching for evidence under the cones all over the highway, and as I've mentioned, they've expanded that scene outward. A neighbor that lives nearby said she heard around 6 shots, a pause, followed by additional shots. We are working to learn new information as we get it. We will bring it to you back here live on scene. We can tell you that a St. Louis County spokesperson told us that they hope to be provided an update as soon as they are able to. An important note, Interstate 44 is closed at Shrewsbury and will likely be for some time. Steve?
All right, Alexis Zotos reporting live tonight in Webster Groves. Don't forget, you can check News 4 this morning starting at 4 a.m. for the very latest on this situation. We now move to News 4's Kim St. Ange, who is at Barnes Jewish Hospital in the Central West End, where the officer has been taken. Kim, what do you know?
Well, Steve, there are still about 24 or so officers standing outside the entrance of the emergency room here at BJC. You can see them all standing by that door. When I pulled up here about 45 minutes ago, there were about 24 police vehicles from all over the area lining Kings Highway. At one point, they had to block off traffic in one lane. We've seen them from St. Louis City. We've seen a number of officers from St. Louis County here again as this Webster Groves police officer was taken here tonight. Officers here on the scene not telling us any information, so at this hour, we're still working to get more information about the officer's condition. We have seen a number of police officers leave. As far as how many were here, that is pretty typical. Whenever we see an officer shot and they are taken to the hospital, this is kind of what we tend to see. A number of police officers from all across the St. Louis area coming out to support them. So we're going to continue working around the clock, trying to get you more information. You can count on us to pass that along both on air and, of course, through the KMOV News app. Live outside Barnes Jewish Hospital, Kim St. Ange, News 4.
All right, Kim, we'll check back with you if you get any new information during the newscast.